So we are live, and this is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Just want to say hi to you guys. If you are here for the first time, let me know so that I can welcome you. And even if you are not here for the first time, I'd still like to welcome you. Let me know that you are here. We're going to have a really cute project today. I did show a preview of what we would be doing, but I'm going to go through a little bit of housekeeping notes. Hey, Maleda, thanks for joining us. And I will get those going so that we can get started on our project as soon as possible. So the first thing I want to talk about is Paper Pumpkin. We have a new Paper Pumpkin kit started on the 11th. So I guess that was Saturday. And it is the 10th anniversary of Paper Pumpkin. Every March we have an anniversary box. And this one is called 10 Years of Growth. So it's going to have a plant themed and it's going to have part of the anniversary celebration of Paper Pumpkin. So it's going to have all the supplies you need to create 9 cards, 3 each, 3 designs, and then 9 coordinating envelopes. The stamp set's going to be an all-occasion stamp set to celebrate happy moments and to recognize people in your life who help you grow. The sentiments are going to have gold foil, and the Stampin' Spot this month is going to be a polished pink Stampin' Spot. And then we get 1 free stamp set to celebrate the 10-year anniversary for all the Paper Pumpkin subscribers. So the stamp set is really cute. If you guys go to my website and you click on Shop With Me, underneath that drop down is Paper Pumpkin. And if you click on there, you can see the free stamp set that we're going to get. It's on one of the graphics. Hey John, hey Lou, hey Clem, hey Eileen. Thanks for joining. And yes, happy Valentine's Day. So this is going to be a really fun kit. You never want to miss out on the March one because there's always something special with it. And so I hope that you guys will join and get this Paper Pumpkin. If you're not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber under me, it's very easy to do. You can just go to my website and click on Shop With Me, click on Paper Pumpkin, and there's a button at the bottom that says subscribe. And when you click that, it'll take you to the Paper Pumpkin website. You fill out your information and you put in a credit card. And then it bills you on a monthly basis, always usually around the 11th or 12th of the month. And then you get a Paper Pumpkin surprise box every month in the mail. And it is really fun. We get together the last Friday of the month to work on our Paper Pumpkin kits. So I welcome all new Paper Pumpkin subscribers. And I really appreciate it that you guys are with me working on Paper Pumpkin. So that's it for Paper Pumpkin. So I always talk about the kids collection because I love the kids collection. We have a new one available this month and it's Wreaths of Blooms. It's only $13 and it's a really cute one. I've seen people put it on a separate ring instead of the one that comes with, where they use like an embroidery hoop. I've seen people take the flowers and put it on like a wooden slat board that you can get. All different things I've seen done with it already. It's really a cute kit for $13 and it's a non-stamping kit. Then if you haven't gotten the Saying Thanks kit, this is a super adorable kit. You get 9 cards. Again, it's a non-stamping kit, so it's only $13. But everything comes in it for you to make your cards. And so where else can you get 9 cards for $13? And everybody can always use some thank you cards, so this is a great one. And then the Love Treats kit, which this makes actually perfect wedding favors. So if you know somebody who's getting married and needs to get wedding favors, this is perfect. You get 20 treat boxes for $21, and it gives you a really cute little handmade envelope box. You can see how it opens here, and that's a really great favor box. And then if you're looking for masculine cards, the Timeless Greetings kit is really cute because you have the pocket watch and the globe. And then don't forget about the birthday card kit, which was October's kit. It's still available, and you get this really cool organizer notebook, and it has pockets for the 12 months, and then when you have birthday cards, you tuck them into each pocket, and then you can send out cards every month for whoever's birthday falls in that month. So this one's $25. It's an 8x10 monthly planner. You get 12 birthday cards, 2 different designs. All right, so that's all of my announcements. Other than it's still celebration for a couple more weeks. And if you have missed out, I don't know what to tell you, but don't miss out. Because it is so fun to get freebies, right? Who doesn't like free stuff, right? So you want to look at the brochure. It's on my website. I also have an add-on brochure, which is more to celebrate, and there's 10 additional products that you can get. If you go to my website and you click on celebration, it will show you all the freebies that you have to pick. These punches are pretty amazing. I love this kindness card kit. The ribbon is fantastic. This paper is fantastic. And if you spend $100, you can get the Eden's Garden bundle, which is like a $50 value just for spending $100. So you can't beat that. All right, guys, I guess that's it. We are using the Easter Bunny stamp set again today. And that is located on page 52. I should probably put a sticker in my book, right? Because I'm constantly using it, but here it is. Isn't it adorable? Now, the punch is back ordered until May 15th, but you can still order the stamp set. It's $19, and then you can just get the punch whenever it comes back in stock. You don't need the punch. It only punches out this one bunny, so you can fussy cut him out like you do the rest of the products in this particular stamp set. It is cute to have the bunny, though, to punch him out separately out of the SP, so the punch is a nice addition to the stamp set, but you don't necessarily need it. All right, and so let's go ahead and let me show you what we're making today. Also, don't forget about the annual catalog. It goes through the end of April. So this is our project today. Isn't it super cute? I'm totally loving it. This little chick, I made a paper piecing pattern for him. I haven't decided how I'm going to get it out yet, so just bear with me and be patient. It may go out in my newsletter, so if you're not subscribed to my newsletter, subscribe there. It's usually where I put patterns. But this year I may be making a PDF of all my Easter patterns and putting it out at the end of my Easter weeks. You're still going to have way over a month to get all your projects done. Hi Rita, thanks for joining us. And I may sell that PDF. So I'm not 100% sure yet, so just be patient about this little chick. He's super cute, isn't it? And I made her while watching the Super Bowl. So she is a happy little chick because I was happy that the Super Bowl went my way. So the Easter Bunny stamp set, I'm pairing it with the TaylorMade tag dies. If you don't have these, put them on your wish list. They're fantastic. It's one of those basic die sets that I think everybody needs. And so definitely get that. It's a great little set. And the Easter Bunny stamp set I've used so far for every project that we've done for Easter, including this one. So for our tag here, this little flower and the butterfly are part of the Easter Bunny set. So here's the little flowers. There's our little butterfly. So inside here, I have a Reese's peanut butter egg. And so that's what's going to go inside our bag. And then I have these Reese's peanut butter eggs that are flat bottomed, that are smaller. And that's going to go on the outside of our package. So that's what I've used. Double Reese's peanut butter egg, a large and a small. So I'm going to put this off to the side and we can go ahead and get started. So for those of you who know, I am going through a little bit of pain. I have carpal tunnel and I'm waiting for surgery dates. So I have to see my doctor on the 14th of March, where we're going to go over my nerve study that I had done, and then we'll set a date for surgery. So I'm just kind of in a limbo state until that happens. So my hands hurt quite a bit when I'm using them, and I try not to think about it too much because life's too short to stop doing what you love. And so I just continue to do the things that I enjoy doing. But I do some things ahead of time because I don't want to take so much time to do them, as I'm a lot slower. So we're going to start with a piece of designer series paper. This designer series paper is available for free with a $100 purchase. It's a pack of 48 sheets. It's part of the Dandy Designs paper pack, which is fantastic. There's 48 sheets, 4 each of 12 designs. They're double-sided, and they are the cutest patterns. So I chose this polka dot pattern today. That's one of the things I really love are polka dots. There's a striped pattern on the back, but these papers are amazing and they're fantastic for spring projects. So if you haven't spent $100 yet and you can afford to do so, go ahead and pick this pack of paper because it's amazing. And I really love it. It works perfectly for springtime. So we're going to use that polka dot pattern today. And I cut that piece 6 by 7 inches. So you need 1 sheet of 12 by 12. You can get 2 of these little guys made out of that. So what you would do is you would cut it at the 6-inch mark, which is the halfway, right? And then you would cut it at 7 inches, and that will give you your piece here. Or you can cut it at 7 inches and then cut that 12 by 7 into 6-inch, and you'll have 2 pieces to use. Either way, you'll end up with 2 out of each page of the DSP. So we are going to make our cute little bag with this pattern paper. So of course, we're going to use our Simply scoreboard. So let me get that out. All right. And so the 7-inch length is our long side, and our 6-inch length is our short side. And when I say short and long side, I mean along the top ruler is what you're going to place it. So we're going to start with the long side. And so that's the 7 inches along this top ridge. I'm going to grab my stylus and I'm going to go ahead and do my score marks. So we're scoring at 1/2 inch. That's our first one. Then 2 3/4 inch, 3 3/4 inch, and 6 inches. Okay. And then we're going to rotate clockwise 1/4 turn. And then on the short side, which is now running across the top, see there's the 6-inch length, we're going to do a 1-inch score mark. Okay, so I know that these score marks are hard to see on pattern paper. I'm going to turn it to this side. You can see them a little bit better. The polka dot side is kind of hard to see, but trust me, I can see them. It's just hard to see on camera. But they are there, and when you go to make your box, you're not going to have any problem. You'll be able to see your score marks. So I'm going to grab my bone folder here, if I can find it. It's here next to me. I just have to get a hold of it. And I'm going to burnish. So there's the 1-inch mark there. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and burnish down all my score marks. And then we have one more right here. I think it's especially important to burnish on DSP because it's so thin. Cardstock gives way really easily. DSP can move on you, and so burnishing really helps you to mark your spots. So there you can see on this side a lot easier. So that's why I'm holding that up to the camera so that you can see all those score marks. And then we have one down here. So there's the bottom one. Okay, that's the bottom of our box. So what we're gonna do first is we have a square here, two rectangle pieces, and then we have a skinny little rectangle piece right here from this score mark. We don't need that piece, so we're gonna cut that piece away. And that is our tab that we're forming here that's gonna glue our bag together. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this piece first. All right. Then we're gonna cut up these score marks to the first score mark, which is right here. So I'm gonna cut straight up to that first score mark. And if you can see better on this side, then use this side. And go ahead and cut up to your score mark. Okay. Now I'm gonna reverse all these like this. Now that I've done all the cutting, and they've been burnished so they fold easily the other way. This is the piece that's going to take our glue. And we're going to join this end right to that end right here, and that's going to seal that closed. We just want to make sure that it's straight down that end, just like that. Okay, let me grab my silicone mat. If you guys want to get a cutting mark, I'll try and show you the different pieces. I'll hold that if you want to grab a screenshot. But that's what it's going to look like. And then this piece is the one that was cut away right here. So we're going to go ahead and put adhesive on this tab right here. And I like to use the wet glue. So we're going to go ahead and join this end here to that end. So I'm just gonna fold it till it meets, and I'm gonna hold it so that it's flat and straight, just like that. Get it right to the end and press that in place, and then I will use my bone folder to square that up and to press that piece in place. Okay, so when you do that, now you have your two sides of your box, and then this, whoops, this is our bottom. Okay, so the part that we glued down, I have to find it, it's right here, it's on the side, right in there. So this is going to be the back, and this is going to be the front. So this is going to be the last flap to get glued. The front flap is always the last flap to get glued. So we're going to put these two pieces down. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of adhesive on them. Just a little bit. Doesn't need a lot because we're going to put the back flap down onto this, like this. Okay, and we're going to square it off by pulling it towards ourselves and making sure that we have a nice square piece. All right, that these corners are nice and square. And then we're going to put adhesive on the front flap, which is the last one that goes down. And we're going to bring that to the back like this. And that forms our box. Now I'm going to use my bone folder. And I'm just going to press that and make sure that those little flaps are nice and glued down. Just like that. So this is our bag. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take my Reese's peanut butter egg. We're gonna slide that inside. And then I'm gonna pinch by pressing these two sides together. Just like that. And that's what forms our little bag. All right. So we're going to set this to the side for right now. Let all the glue start stick to itself. We don't need it for the moment. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that scrap piece. And we are going to work on our Easter bunny. I mean our Easter chick. Sorry. All right. So I made a pattern on scrap paper like I always do. I just sketched it out with a pencil and I marked my pieces and I laid those onto daffodil paper. I cut 2 wings, a head, and a body. And now I'm gonna go ahead and stitch them with a pin. So I like to do paper stitching. I think that it really ties together your project. And so I'm going to use our Stampin' Up marker, okay? And I'm going to take the thin end and we're going to just paper stitch. I'm not going to do like small stitches. I'm just going to do long strokes and I'm going to stop and lift my marker and then do again, and I'm probably going to stop and lift my marker, and you can see that I have separation. So there's that one. Now I'm going to do the face. So I'm going to come along this edge, and then when I get to the end here, I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to do these little peaks, and then I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to stop here, and if I need to go over it, I will. All right, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to go to these little peaks and give her little fluff, right? And then come here, and we're going to get to the top of the chick. We're going to do the little fluff on the top. 1, 2, 3. And there's the little chick. All right. And then we got the wings. So the wings are going to wrap around the side of the body. So before I mark them, I'm going to find the parts that fit, and I'm just going to bend this around my circle. So I'm going to have one wing going that way and one going this way. So they're like her little hands, right? And I'm going to find where I want them to lay. And then I'm going to curve that around that little body piece, just like that. And once I have that bent, then I'm ready to mark that. So now I'm going to mark the wings. I'm going to open that up. And this is the part that you're going to see. So I'm just going to work my way around my little chickadee's wing. And I can take this over that little hump, but the back side doesn't matter. It's going to be bent. And I'm going to go ahead and join that piece there. I'm going to do the same thing here. Gonna work my way around the side here and make sure that I have my little wing going how I want it to go, and then I'm gonna make sure it goes over that hump, and the back, like I said, doesn't really matter. So there is her little wings. Isn't she cute? Okay, I made her a little beak, so there's her beak. So I'm also going to hold on just really gently, and I'm going to outline her beak. And then she has a little bow. And so for the bow, I'm going to do a circle here in the center. Okay, and then I'm going to do like little triangle pieces on either side, like that and like that. So there's her bow and her beak and her wings, okay? So now we're going to use some punch pieces, and we're going to make her eyes. So I've linked for you guys in the description of this video links to these punches in case you don't own them. Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell these punches anymore, so we have to get them wherever we can find them. And I've linked the 1/2 inch circle punch, the 1/4 inch handheld circle punch, and the rectangle handheld punch. So these 3 are linked in the description below in case you need them. All you have to do is just click on that link. It takes you to the Amazon page and you can buy them if you don't have them. But we're going to start with our 1/2 inch punch, okay? And we're going to need 1 Daffodil Delight, 2 basic white. I think that not on this one. Let me grab a scrap. That's the piece I forgot to grab my my scrap one. That's the one I'm gonna stamp my little flowers on. 2 white ones. All right, and then we need 2 1/4 inch. I looked for a 1/4 inch that wasn't a handheld punch, but I couldn't find one, so we're gonna do a handheld for this 1/4 inch, which is fine. You just need the right sizes. And then also we're gonna do this grass piece, and we're gonna use fringe scissors. Now I used them on the project from Sunday, so if you didn't see that, you need to get yourself a pair of fringe scissors. And what fringe scissors are is they cut a bunch at the same time. So see how it makes that fringe? And they come with all different colored handles. I did link a black or a white handled one, I think, in the description below as well. But I went ahead and did that cutting ahead of time because I knew that it was going to be too much for me to do all of this on the video. But we need all of these pieces, so I'm going to go ahead setting that off to the side. Now we're going to go ahead and stamp with our Memento Tuxedo Black. We're going to stamp our little flowers. On this scrap paper here. There they are. And we are going to, I have my tag already die cut, and I have the butterfly, here it is. I already fussy cut that out because it's small and it takes a lot more effort for me to do that with my hands the way they are. I'm going to go ahead and clean my flower stamp with our chamois. And let's go ahead and color our flowers. So I chose to use Dark Pool Party and Light Fresh Freesia. Okay, and here they are on the tag. So I'm going to start with the Pool Party, and I'm just varying each flower as I get to them. So this one's going to be Pool Party. I'm going to leave the center for the Fresh Freesia. I'm going to do the center of this flower, Pool Party. This flower is going to be Pool Party. And then I'm going to do the center of this flower. And then I'm going to do these little berries in Pool Party. All right, now on to Fresh Freesia. So the center of this flower, this little daisy is Fresh Freesia. The center of that one, and then the petals of this one. And then for our greenery, we're going to use Parakeet Party, and I believe this is the light Parakeet Party. And I'm just going to fill in all the little leaves and then the stems. I thought that this little bright green was perfect for these colors that are soft. And I'm just going over those lines. I'm going to show you now. I'm going to bring that up to the camera. There you go. So we're going to fussy cut this out. So I'm going to grab my paper snips. Hi, Lori. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Cheryl. I'm glad you made it today. Sorry, I'm just catching up now with my comments. I'm trying to peek as I cut and see if there's anything that I missed. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate your comment on my project. I love to do paper piecing, as you know. A throwback to my scrapbook days, right? When I was scrapbooking constantly. When the kids were tiny. Now they're huge. All right. So this one's a little bit of an intricate cut, which is why I did the butterfly ahead of time. I knew that it would take me a minute to do this. But I really thought that this flower spray would be really pretty on these tags. Yeah, I love to make paper piecing patterns. I think they're so much fun. And I just draw my own little characters, and then I bring them to life. All right. Again, I don't know if you guys heard that popped in late. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to handle the patterns. I think I'm going to be doing more paper piecing projects for Easter weeks, and I'm doing 2 weeks of Easter. So I think I'm going to wait until the end of the second week of Easter, which is next week. So on the 25th, I believe, is the Saturday of next week, is the 25th. I should be done with all my projects. At that point, I will probably put all my patterns together in a PDF, and then it will be available for purchase, and I'll put a link on my newsletter. So make sure that you're subscribed to my newsletter. Now, the newsletter and the blog updates are 2 separate things. So when you go to my website, on the right hand side, if you're on the computer, is called a sidebar. And under my picture, I have a thing that says email newsletter, and there's some questions for you to fill out to sign up for the newsletter. You'll then get an email that you have to verify that you do want to get my newsletter. And once you've done that, then you'll be subscribed. Now, underneath that is my blog updates. And what blog updates are is it just tells you when I post something on my website. Whenever I have a new post, you'll get an email that says a little bit about it, and then you can click on that link and be taken to my blog to read the post. I do embed my YouTube videos on my website. So you can use the blog updates to get access to my YouTube videos. They all kind of work together. All right, so I'm using some wet glue and I'm attaching my little spray of flowers onto my tag. Lori, is this your first time on my channel? I'm not sure if you're still here, but if you are, is this your first time on my channel? I appreciate having you here, and I welcome you if it is your first time. All right, guys, I'm going to put 2, I only grabbed 1, but I'm going to put 2 mini glue dots on this little butterfly, because even on something so tiny, I have to over-dimensionalize. So I'm going to pull the backs off with my Take Your Pick tool, which is my favorite way. And then we're going to go ahead and attach our little butterfly like it's flying up the flowers on this tag. I'm so grateful to have you, Lori. Thanks for joining us, and I hope that you'll join us again. I'm live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my YouTube channel. All right, so now we have our tag. So we have all of our little parts and pieces. Let's put this little chick together. So we're going to start with our body of our chick, and we're going to glue the little head on. So I'm going to grab my wet glue, and I always use my silicone mat because that way if I get outside of the lines, I don't have to worry because I have the mat underneath and I'm not getting it anywhere that's important. All right, so we're going to put the little head on the chick. That's good right there, I think. All right, let's put the little bow in her hair, and I'm just going to put in that center just a dot. And I do like to use my tweezers. I think I've linked those also in the description. I'll check after the video, and if I haven't, I will go ahead and add those to the description. I do use tweezers all the time because I like to use small pieces, and therefore I don't have to worry. All right, we're going to just place the beak for now, but I'm not going to glue it yet. Let's go ahead and glue the wings. So I'm going to put adhesive on these flaps that I bent over. And so we'll start with this side. Oops, little beak fell off, I forgot. Put it over here. And we're going to go ahead and place one of the wings here. And I'm going to hold on to it so it sticks good on the back. And then we'll get the other one ready. And place it where it falls so that they're kind of tucked together. And then I like to use my adhesive remover because I always make such a mess when I use adhesive. And I love this adhesive remover. I'm not sure if I have this one linked on the description below, but I will link it in case you guys need one. All right, so there's my little chick. Let's put the beak here. We're not going to glue it yet until we figure out where the eyes are going. Okay, so let's do the eyes. So we're gonna get our 2 little black 1/4 inch circles and our 2 white 1/2 inch circles, and I'm gonna put glue on the 2 black circles. And then again, here come the tweezers, which is why you see how much I use them. And then we're going to put those near the bottom of the circle. I'm leaving a tiny bit of white. I love paper piecing so much, Lori. I used to teach classes at the local scrapbook store, and I had a paper piecing series. And every month I would make a new pattern, and then people would take the class every month and have paper pieced pages. So I love paper piecing. All right, so there's our 2 eye pieces, okay? We're just gonna leave those right now. It looks like Cookie Monster's eyes right now. So the 1 daffodil 1/2 inch circle that we punched, we're gonna cut this in half for the eyelids. So you're just gonna eyeball as best you can so that on both sides of your scissor, you're seeing about the same amount of daffodil. It doesn't matter if it's perfect. It's a handmade project, so people can't be expecting it to be perfect, and if they are, that you don't need to be giving your stuff to people that are like that. that's how I see that. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and attach the eyelids. So I'm gonna go ahead and put adhesive on both of the lids. And a little bit of this glue actually goes a long way. I get a little crazy with it, which is why the mat is out. But you really don't need very much. It is a really good glue and it bonds really well. So what I'm gonna do now, whoops, is I'm gonna put the lid on top and we're gonna match the rounded part of the eye with the rounded part of the lid. And it just covers, I'll bring it up to the camera. I just moved it. Let's move it back into place. Okay. So it just covers and just barely touches the black part of the eye, as you can see right there. All right. So that's one eye. We're going to do the other one. So let's grab the next one. So we're going to grab our tweezers and we're going to do our other one. So we're going to round the rounded part to the rounded part. It just barely covers that black dot, which is all we need. And there are our 2 eyes. So now I'm going to put the regular size dimensionals, 1 on the back of each of these eyes. So we'll put 1 on each one. All right. I think I have a Jasper hair. For those of you who don't know who Jasper is, it's my daughter's rabbit. And he's in my craft room all the time. He's like my little ambassador, my crafting ambassador. And his hair is everywhere. He has such fine hair. And I'm always finding it on everything. So I think I have a little Jasper hair on this project. So it's been Jasperified. All right, so there's the little eyeballs. So we're gonna go ahead and attach them onto the face, and I'm gonna place them where I want them. Oh my goodness. There we go. And I'm gonna find my beak. I'm gonna go ahead and flip that over and put glue on it because now's the time I'm gonna glue it down. So I don't need a lot of glue, just enough to get it going here. And of course I put way too much. So this is what I do when I put too much glue on something. So I guess it happened for a reason, so I had a teachable moment. I take my silicone mat and I just keep patting till I get most of it off of there. And then I just use my piece to, I'm gonna put the eyes where I want them. And then when I'm happy, I'm gonna go ahead and put my beak down, okay? And now we can glue the eyes on. I need to use my adhesive remover. I'm gonna let that beak dry. There we go. I must have touched it with my hand that had a little glue on it, and I had a little glue on that eyeball. It was bothering me. All right, so let's flip these over. We're gonna use the take your pick tool and pull the backs off of those dimensionals. Aw, thanks, Rita. All right, so now we're gonna put one eye on this side of the beak and one on this side of the beak, as close or as far apart as you want. It's your chick. Do it any way you want. I'm gonna use this adhesive remover. I have a little bit of glue on this one too. All right, there we go. So there's her little face. She's looking cute. Now, see this glue I got on here? I'm just gonna rub it off, which is why I love the silicone mat so much. I think it's like $6. Best $6 you'll ever spend. All right, so we're gonna leave the chick without anything in her wings yet. We're gonna do all of that at the same time. So we're gonna start back onto our bag. So we slipped in our Reese's peanut butter egg, and we've squeezed these together. So now we're gonna use our handheld rectangle punch, and I'm gonna slide it in from the side here. And I'm gonna use this dot, this row of dots here as my guide. So I'm gonna punch a rectangle piece right out. Oh, thank you so much, Clem. Through all the thicknesses. And it's a little hard to do, but just take your time. Just press until you get that. See how I have that little rectangle piece cut right out of there? Just wanna make sure you guys can see it. I'm gonna turn to the other side and I'm gonna go the same row. So that's what helps me as my guide. I'm gonna slide this in and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna press, and then I have a little notch on this side. So now I have 2 notches on my bag. This is where the ribbon comes through. So I don't know how much ribbon I have. I didn't measure it. So let's measure it together. Let's see. So it looks like about 14 inches. I'm pretty good at about that amount of ribbon. I use it quite often, and I don't even mean to. So yeah, 14.5 inches. 15 inches, 14 inches, that's fine. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna take our little bag here, gonna move that punch, and I'm gonna lay my ribbon, and I'm gonna weave it in those little notches. So I'm gonna bend it in half, and I'm gonna stick one in that notch, and I'm gonna bring this one around. See how that's in the back like that? And I want these approximately even. Now that's not even at all. So I'm gonna join these and I'm gonna slide so that it's even, and then I might have to stick this back through again. All right, and the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this and make a knot. Okay, gonna hold that, and I'm gonna make a knot because that way I won't have to worry when I'm tying my bow. So I'll have my finger held there until I get my little knot in there. Okay, so now I have a little knot which is securing our little piece. Okay. Oh, actually, rewind. Let's undo the knot. I forgot to put my tag in there. All right, so we're gonna cross it over. We're gonna put our tag in, and then we're gonna do our knot. Sorry, guys. So we're gonna put our tag from the back, the ribbon to the front. From the back of the tag to the front. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to see me do it twice. Sorry, guys. All right, so there's my tag. Now my tag's in. Now I'm gonna do my knot. Oh, Lord. Real life crafting here. Oh, boy. Okay, so there's my knot. Okay, so now that holds my little tag in place. Now I can tie my bow. You gotta love it. I keep it real, that's for sure. So we're gonna go ahead and make my loop. It's okay. I'm good at making mistakes. It's how I let you guys see things more than one time, right? Okay, so there's my little bow. I'm gonna kind of pull my tails until I get my bow to be as pretty as I want it. This ribbon is beautiful. It's our Pool Party Grosgrain ribbon, and it's in the mini catalog. It ties a really beautiful bow, and it's nice and stiff, and it holds really nicely. You can see you can fluff it up and it takes really nice. So there is that ribbon. I want to see if you can see that texture there in the camera. But it is a gorgeous little ribbon. So I recommend it. It's in our mini catalog and it's called Pool Party Grow Grain. Let me see if I can find it for you. Let's see what page it's on. Page 15. So here it is. It is $8 for 10 yards. So less than $1 a yard. It's really beautiful ribbon though. Pool Party Grow Grain ribbon. All right. I'm not going to trim the ends yet until I'm all done with my project, but for right now I have my bow tied. So now it's time to put our little chickadee on. Now I'm only going to put the glue on the back of the body of my chick, okay? So let's flip that over. We're going to grab our dimensionals and I'm just going to, now the sides of the chick stick out over the box, so when you come around, make sure that they're not right there on the edge. And I'm going to put one in the middle. So let's pull the backs off. So you just don't want to have any dimensionals right on these sides like this because they'll show. See how the chick sticks out on the box there? All right, so let's attach her onto our box. Just like that. She's so cute. I love her. All right, so there she is on our box. Let's move our bow and our little tag to the side here. All right. Now, got to attach our grass. So I'm going to trim this piece down so that it's the right size. So it looks about right there. I'm going to trim that off. Okay. And I'm just going to put a line of adhesive along the bottom edge of my fringe. Just like that. And I'm going to trim it. It's a little too long. I'm not really happy with the length, so I'm just going to trim it. Let's move my chick out of the way. I'm going to make it a little shorter. Because I want to be able to move the grass. All right. Well, I tried to contain it as best I could on my mat, but a few of them got away. I'm going to use this to throw it away. And then we're going to go ahead and attach that glue that I put, that line of glue, along this bottom edge here. Actually, I think it's a little long, but that's okay. Let's press that along that bottom edge of the box, and I'm going to go ahead and trim this excess. Just like that. All right, and so now what you're going to do is just make sure that that really bonds well, and then you can mess with this, the grass, just kind of like mess around with your little fringe pieces, however you want to do yours. Okay. And we're going to tuck our Reese's egg right here along that grass, and we are going to have her hold that egg. So we're going to take our mini glue dots. I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to grab one of these dots, and I'm going to put it on the back of that side of her wing and this side of her wing. So it's on the underside. That way, when they remove the egg, it doesn't show on your chick, and you can just glue her little hands back down against themselves. So we're going to tuck that right there in the middle, and I'm going to bring her this hand in, and it's going to grab that Reese egg. Okay. I'm actually going to raise that Reese egg just a tiny bit up. I want it up a little higher. And then we're going to go ahead and grab that Reese egg. And then this wing is going to come from this side and hold on just like that. And see how it holds that Reese egg, and you have the grass at the bottom. And I got to fix my bow because I got to make it pretty. Got to twist it and play with it till you get it just right. I'm going to tuck the tag behind her head. And then we're going to go ahead and mess with these ends and trim our bow. So let me grab my ribbon scissors. So go ahead and cut those two ends off. And so now you have a double Reese egg chick, and I used the Dandy Designs paper, so I called this project the Dandy Chick Treat Bag. I think the hardest part is naming everything. So there's our little tag, there's our bow, there's our chick. Isn't she cute? Gonna bring in our stamp set and our tailor tags that we used. Isn't it just the cutest little project? I love it. I'm gonna stand one of them up and I'll lay this one down so you can see. So Sunday I did a project and I made a Jasper bunny box. This has donuts inside, mini donuts. So this belly band slides off. And when you open your box, you have those little mini powdered donuts. So that was Sunday's project. So we'll slide our little grass belly band on one more time. And get our little bunny. This is what Jasper looks like. He's a black bunny. He has a white underside. He looks completely black. You don't think he's has any white, and then you flip him over. He's super cute, and so I made him to be like Jasper. And then Monday's project was mini Cadbury eggs. So I made this treat bag, and inside are these Cadbury mini eggs. So far this week, this is the third video. Tomorrow I'll have another video, and there'll be one every day this week and one every day next week. So you guys should have plenty of inspiration to help you find projects, to use for Easter. Does anybody have any questions? Before I let you guys go, because I'll be happy to answer any questions if you have any. At 9 o'clock on the website, my blog post will go live, and you should be able to watch the replay from the blog post if that's what you want to do. If not, you can just come on YouTube and go to my channel and watch it from there. Either way, it works. Oh, thank you so much, Lori. I really appreciate you being here. I hope that you'll join us again next week and share my video with your friends. I would love to have them join us as well. Thank you, John. Thank you, Clem. All right, I guess we're done. Nobody has any questions for me. I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you have a happy Valentine's Day. Again, if you don't mind clicking the thumbs up, I'd appreciate that. If you click the bell notification underneath the video, that will just let you know next time I go live. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Eileen. And then if you click the share button, it will take you to either share it on Facebook. It'll share my video. You can share it on Pinterest. I like to share things that I want to make on Pinterest on a board that says things to make, and I share videos on there all the time. Then it's easy to find them, and I don't have to think, whose video was that I saw that I wanted to make a project with? So the share button is really helpful for that. You can also hit the save button, and it'll save it on your channel to watch later. Thanks for being here, Rita. I really appreciate it. Oh, Lou, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. All right, guys, I'm so happy to be here with you again this week, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow for another video on my channel. Again, you're going to have 2 weeks of Easter projects. So I appreciate having you here. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!